Good morning, students. I hope you're doing well. You're taking care of yourself. You're safe at home. You're helping your parents and you're studying too. So we do wish that you devote a certain amount of time to your education so that you don't come blank. And this phase is totally a very critical phase for all of us. Do not all the time keep busy in watching video games and watching TV. You must study, do some physical exercise too. So today I will be taking your language, the first chapter of your language, the sentence. So the sentence is the smallest unit of grammar. It is a group of words that make complete sense when put together. And the basic structure of a sentence is the first letter, of the word that begins the sentence will be a capital letter. And in the end, we put full stop. So say for example, Ram plays football. R will be capital and there will be full stop in the end. He goes to the market. H will be capital and full stop in the end. So if we put any words together that doesn't make sense, then it is not a sentence. So for a sentence, the first condition is the words which are put together, they should make complete sense. Now there is a classification, means there are further categories. So how we classify, what are the different types of sentences? We classify sentences based on two things. One is their function, other is their structure. Function means in which context, for whichever different meaning the sentence is used for feelings, for telling facts, for asking questions, or for expressing command. So that determines, that is the function of the sentence. One is this classification, and the other classification is what is the grammatical structure of a sentence. The grammatical structure is in terms of what is the combination of verb with the subject, the clause, the main clause with the subordinate clause, what kind of combination they make in a sentence. So we judge. When we read a sentence, we judge whichever context these grammatical things are put together and what terms we use on that. So the classification of a sentence is based on two things. One is function, second is structure. True. On the basis of function, you please open your book while you attend to my video and you try to match whatever I'm speaking, because the topics are right in front of you in the book. So on the basis of function, the classification, the further kinds are four types. One is assertive sentence, second is interrogative sentence, third is imperative, and the fourth is exclamatory. Now the first sentence is assertive sentence. Assertive sentences, as the words itself suggests, it asserts something, it gives a statement, it gives you exact information. It is like, I've written few examples for you. For assertive sentence you can use Ravi is a very good player. It's a statement, it goes as it is. Seema does not work hard. It gives you the final statement. It is all. So this kind of sentences, whatever gives you the exact detail. Suppose sun rises in the east. It is a fact and it is giving you as it is. The sentence is explaining it as it is. So this type of sentences are called assertive sentences. Now then comes the second type, that is the interrogative. Now I'm sure you all understand what does interrogative sentence means. Interrogative sentence means asking questions. In interrogative sentence, we ask direct questions. Who are you? Where are you coming from? Have you got the book? Have you done your work? So it is like asking the direct question. So it is the main, the identity of an interrogative sentence is it ends with a question mark. It begins with who, which, what, how, where, when, and or with the verb itself, do, did, had, has, or it will end, and it will end with a question mark. That is the main identity of an interrogative sentence, which we need to remember, which we need to always keep in mind. Okay, this is an interrogative sentence, right? So then comes the third classification, that is imperative sentences. Now what are imperative sentences? Like, please sit down, sit down, close the door, carry these books. So imperative sentences are giving you commands, requesting, and they are suggesting you, giving advices also. So all these kind of things when put together, I mean, this kind of category function wise is called, this type of sentences are called imperative sentences. For example, please give me a glass of water, please, request, close the door, I'm commanding, right? So do not eat junk food, I'm advising, right? So these kind of categories where we're giving advice, where we are instructing, we are commanding, or we are requesting, these type of sentences are called imperative sentences. Then comes the fourth classification based on the functions of sentences, and that is exclamatory. Now, what is exclamatory? You all know the sign of exclamation. Uh, yes, you all know this. And the sign of exclamation, I can draw it in my notebook and I show you. This is sign of exclamation. This, I hope you all see this, what I say. This is a sign of exclamation. I'm sorry I don't have a whiteboard or a blackboard. I cannot explain on that, so I will be using my notebook only. So this type of sentences express your feelings, and those feelings can be of happiness, of sadness, of excitement, of sorrow, or of it can be sudden news, it can be anything. Those sudden feelings when expressed, and those feelings can be of sadness, of happiness, of excitement, or curiosity, it can be anything. Those feelings are expressed. This kind of sentences are called exclamatory sentences. The sentences that express the feelings of happiness, sorrow, excitement, or your sudden information are called exclamatory sentences. They always end with a sign of exclamation. That is very important. If the sign of exclamation is not there, that means this sentence is not an exclamatory sentence. So there are 4 classifications, and you need to go through your book before you, while you are interacting with me, you are just checking this video. After this 4 classification, 4 types of sentences under the function of sentences, and then comes the structure of sentences. On the basis of structure is always grammatical. When we judge a structure, we judge on the basis of grammatical rules. So structurally, when we discuss structure of sentences, we classify sentences into 3 different types. 1 is simple, 2 is compound, 3rd is complex. So there are 3 different types of sentences when we judge them, when we discuss on which type of sentence grammatically is. So simple sentence will begin with, the simple sentence will have 1 subject, 1 infinite verb. So one finite verb, sorry. So when I talk about like simple sentence, Ram plays, it can be a simple sentence. Ram plays football. Even if it has object, that is also fine. If not object, then also it is fine. It is called a simple sentence, right? So it has a main clause, it has a main subject. So when it is just one structure, that's called a simple sentence. So then comes the second type of sentence based on the grammar, and that is called the compound sentence, right? This compound sentence consists of 2 simple sentences, in simple words I can say, and it is joined with the help of coordinating conjunctions. Conjunctions you all understand, like and, but, because, and they can be that, if, instead, all kind of conjunctions. There are so many number of conjunctions we can use. So this is when we talk about the compound sentences. They can have more than one, when 2 main clauses, in other words we can say, when 2 main clauses are joined with the help of coordinating conjunctions, that makes a complete compound sentence. For example, Sheila goes to market and she brings vegetables home. So if I don't use and I read these 2 different sentences separately, Sheila goes to market. Complete sense, one simple sentence, and it has a main clause also. It serves the purpose, it is all complete, independent clause. And she brings all the vegetables home. If I read this sentence, this portion of the sentence independently, this is the main clause. The principal clause is used here. So it makes complete sense. It does not depend on the first portion of the sentence. Neither the first portion depend on the second portion of the sentence. Sheila goes to market and she brings vegetables home. They are joined with the help of and. So when two main clauses are joined with the help of coordinating conjunctions, that is called a compound sentence. Now comes the third type, that is complex sentences. So now the complex sentences means it has one main clause and it has one subordinate clause, subordinate or dependent clause. So it is not complete. This one part of the sentence is dependent on the other part of the sentence. So when main clause is joined with the subordinate clause, that is called a complex sentence. Now the examples are given in your book. I want you to just go through it and come back to me with your doubts. I will be simply clarifying it again. I would like to send you another link or some more information regarding the sentence, and will give you the solution of the back exercises too. Thank you.